Last night's game, it was billed as Clay's return, but turned into Steph reminding all of us he never left with his own personal 10-0 run down the stretch to ice that game, Perk.
Oh, absolutely. Look, a demon. That's what he was, a savage last night. He was possessed from start to finish. And I never seen Steph play with this type of passion in a regular season game.
What we witnessed last night wasn't just a game, it was a reckoning. A stark reminder that while other teams scramble to stay afloat, one man, one team can single-handedly bring the house down. Steph's performance wasn't just dominant, it was a warning shot to the entire league. And yet, isn't this the real problem? That the landscape of the Western Conference, the entire NBA, is teetering on the edge of collapse. The cracks are showing. Teams built on hype and potential are crumbling under the weight of their own expectations. The Kings are stagnating, the Suns are in limbo, and OKC is holding its breath for what might be. The Golden State Warriors, led by a seemingly unstoppable Steph Curry, are exposing the league's fragility. This isn't just dominance, it's devastation. And if teams don't find answers soon, the Western Conference might as well be handed over on a silver platter. Is this what we want? A league defined by inevitability? The question isn't just about greatness, it's about survival. Can anyone stop this before it's too late?
Let me say this. I will say this. The Golden State Warriors are the most dangerous team in the Western Conference. A team that is playing with house money, that came in with no expectations, a team that I wouldn't be surprised, make it to a Western Conference Finals. Look, what Steve Kerr has done with this team and the depth that they have on this roster and the leadership of Draymond Green and Steph Curry, right now I'm willing to say if they was to match up with any team in the Western Conference today, they have a chance at beating them in a 7-game series.
Perk, normally your takes are very hot. They're like simmering. That was lukewarm because I'm ready to say the Golden State Warriors are playing the best basketball in the Western Conference and the second best basketball right now in the NBA. Number one, Cleveland Cavaliers, who are undefeated. They lost that head-to-head, so that's what knocked them down. Perk's face is looking hilarious. He's sitting straight up. But I say this because, wow, yes, it is unexpected, but what we're seeing is truly working. You guys, they're getting 58 points per game from their bench. This is a team that's known as strength in numbers. Steph Curry, he's not exhausted. This guy, he did exactly what we noticed last night. He's running around.
He's over.
But think about it, 23 points in 29 minutes. This is a squad. It took me a while, but wait.
No, go ahead.
I am fully believing in Golden State.
So she called George lukewarm, and then she came out with, I think they're playing the best basketball. And then Cleveland's playing the best, and then I'm saying that was even more lukewarm. That was simmering cold. That was simmering cold.
Richard, show me a hot take then.
Okay.
Go on a limb.
Why am I going to go on the limb? This is not a guessing game. We're playing who is the best team in the West. Look, right now, in my opinion, there has not been a player that has been deemed out for the season. OKC, they're going to get Chet back. They're going to get Hartenstein back. They're already playing at an elite level. When you look at the Phoenix Suns, Kevin Durant, he's going to be back. So when I look at this, I will tell you which team is the best in the West. It's Oklahoma City. Which team, in my opinion, is second, right? When we're talking about end of the season possibility healthy, then I would say it's the Phoenix Suns. But right now, the Golden State Warriors are playing the best basketball. They have a road win against Boston. Road wins against our Dallas and OKC.
Be careful, because I will say this. Chet Holmgren is out for at least 2 months with a fractured hip. Yes. Even when he comes back, we don't know what he's going to look like.
And the Golden State Warriors have gotten some wins under their belt without Steph Curry as well. We have seen them pass test after test here.
The Golden State Warriors aren't just back, they've been reborn as a terrifying force. From missing the playoffs last season to starting this year with a blistering 9-2 record, they've not only silenced the doubters, but have redefined what it means to be a championship contender. Let's be clear, this isn't some nostalgic throwback to their dynasty days. This is a new era built on a deeper roster, a more disciplined defense, and the killer instincts of a reinvented Steph Curry. This team has depth that can suffocate and versatility that can overwhelm. Kendrick Perkins recently tried to downplay the Warriors, calling them house money. Really, Perk? This is a fortress, not a house, and Steph Curry is its fearless general. The Warriors don't need permission to dominate, they've taken it. Let's talk numbers. The Warriors have defeated 3 of the top teams in the league, Boston, Dallas, and Oklahoma City, all on the road. They're not just winning, they're dismantling opponents. Their bench, averaging a league-leading 59.6 points per game, is rewriting the playbook for depth in the NBA. With this combination of star power, coaching brilliance, and rotational excellence, the Warriors are blazing a trail through the Western Conference. And what fuels this engine? Steph Curry at the peak of his powers. But what makes this Warriors resurgence truly terrifying is the monster at its core, Steph Curry, the Grim Reaper of basketball. Steph Curry isn't just back, he's transcending his previous greatness. At 36 years old, he's rewriting the rules for what a point guard can be. Let's break it down. Steph Curry is averaging 27 points per game on 51% in shooting and 42% from beyond the arc. But those are just numbers. The real story is how he's delivering when it matters most. Against Dallas, Steph Curry didn't just take over, he eviscerated the Mavericks with 12 consecutive points in the final 3 minutes. Against Boston, he turned the league's best defense into his personal shooting gallery, dropping 27 points, 9 assists, and 4 steals. And let's not forget OKC, where he dismantled a team that had been leading the Western Conference. Even Kendrick Perkins, usually a critic, couldn't hold back. I've never seen Steph play with this type of passion in a regular season game. Steph Curry is doing this while being blitzed, doubled, and guarded like no other player in the league. His ability to create space, hit impossible shots, and orchestrate the offense makes him a one-man army on the floor. But what sets this season apart is his killer instinct. When Steph Curry steps onto the court, he's not just playing to win, he's playing to destroy. It's this lethal edge that has transformed him into the Grim Reaper of the NBA, striking fear into every opponent he faces. And while Steph Curry's brilliance fuels the offense, it's Steve Kerr's masterful strategies that anchor their defense and unleash their full potential. Steve Kerr has always been a visionary, but this season his strategies are operating on another level. The Warriors are ranked 5th in defensive efficiency, and it's not by accident. Kerr's system has turned this roster into a defensive nightmare, capable of suffocating even the league's best defenses. Against Boston, the Warriors held the league's one offense to just 40 points in the first half and forced 10 turnovers. Against OKC, they shut down Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, holding him to 35% shooting. This isn't just defense, it's domination. Kendrick Perkins even said, Steve Kerr's defensive schemes are suffocating, and he's not wrong. Kerr has perfectly balanced aggression and discipline, ensuring that every player knows their role on both ends of the floor. But Kerr's genius doesn't stop at defense. His emphasis on spacing and shooting has turned the Warriors into a three-point juggernaut, with Steph Curry, Buddy Hield, and Jonathan Kuminga all shooting over 40% from deep. The Warriors stretched defenses to their breaking point. Against OKC, they hit a season-high 21 threes, and they're currently 3rd in the NBA in offensive efficiency. This combination of stifling defense and relentless shooting makes them nearly impossible to beat. And when the starters need a breather, the bench steps up, proving that this team's depth is its ultimate weapon. Depth has always been a hallmark of great teams, but the Warriors have taken it to a new level. Their bench is averaging 59.6 points per game, the highest mark in the league, and the best start for any team in 50 years. Players like Jonathan Kuminga, DeAnthony Melton, and Gary Payton aren't just role players, they're game changers. Kuminga, shooting 47% from 3 in the last 5 games, has added a new dimension to their offense. Melton, an 87th percentile defender, is locking down opposing guards while contributing offensively with 38% shooting from deep. This isn't just depth for the sake of rest, it's depth that creates mismatches and extends leads. Against OKC, the bench played a crucial role in maintaining the Warriors' dominance, even as the Thunder tried to mount a comeback. When your second unit can outscore entire opposing lineups, you know you're looking at something special. This depth allows Kerr to manage minutes for stars like Steph Curry, ensuring they're fresh for crunch time in the playoffs. But all of this, the stars, the bench, the coaching builds toward one inevitable conclusion: the Warriors are the team to beat. Let's not sugarcoat it, the Golden State Warriors are the team to beat in the NBA. They've proven it on the court, taking down top contenders and showing no signs of slowing down. Against Boston, they exposed the league's best offense. Against OKC, they weathered adversity and came out on top. And against Dallas, they showed that no lead is safe when Steph Curry is on the floor. Even Kendrick Perkins, often critical of Golden State, admitted it. They're the most dangerous team in the Western Conference. The Warriors aren't just playing great basketball, they're redefining it. With their depth, defensive discipline, and Steph Curry's brilliance, they've built a team that's nearly impossible to outplay. The road to the NBA Finals doesn't just go through Golden State, it starts and ends there. And the message to the rest of the league is simple: be afraid. The Warriors are back, and they're coming for the throne. The Golden State Warriors are more than a team, they're a dynasty reborn. They've combined experience, innovation, and sheer willpower to reclaim their place at the top. Steph Curry isn't just leading them, he's defining what it means to be great. And this team, they're not just contenders, they're the new kings of the NBA.